And we are live, baby. Yes, people. We are live. We just got finished shooting the show, and the show went long.
Always long, man.
No, it wasn't. We've been an hour for the last couple times. But whenever we do the predictions or the show after, yeah, we kind of go long. We're going long, and I'm trying not to be, but it is what it is, folks. So, all right, let's get some people in here. Wait a little bit. Oh, anything happened in the UFC this week?
Who fought? Who's the kid that just
Hey,
fought?
how are you?
There was a UFC fight too, but I don't think it was anybody like really pressing or anything.
No, it was like a fight night.
Yeah,
fight night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no. So, but no, we just so everybody, some people are coming in now. We went long this week because we had to talk about a lot of stuff. We had to talk about the VFT 7 predictions. We talked about everything that happened this past weekend with the tournament and tournament champions and Redlands. But we also got it. What took us the extra 30 minutes was we were talking about the Hope Hamilton comments about women being paid the same. So we went down that rabbit hole, and we went down that rabbit hole for
question on that rabbit hole that we went down though.
Yes.
Do you feel that was triggered by the NCAA and the weight room situation?
Probably.
Or do you think that was? Do you think that was just in general?
The weight room, the food, the swag bags. I think
that was. Yeah, go ahead, Chris.
No, I think it was a lot because the LeBron and the Sue was. I'm sorry, I don't.
Sue Bird.
Watch. There you go. I knew it was something with a B. Sue Bird pay discrepancy that they showed out. Then they showed the NCAA, and it just seems to be like trying to find equality in what we do.
Yeah, but
Go ahead.
Like we talked about before the show, because it's not. So I can say this before because we didn't say it on in the podcast. But the thing is that the NBA is getting $8 billion in revenue, and the WNBA is getting $60 million. So there's no way they can pay Sue Bird the same amount of money that they pay LeBron James, which is $37 million a year. Right. Like that's over half of what they bring in. So the only way to get WNBA salaries up is that everybody has to watch the WNBA. We have to
buy the jerseys. We have to go to the games. Absolutely.
But also, the thing that people don't talk about is the story. We have to create a story for the WNBA. Like the thing that saved the NBA was Magic and Bird. There was a story there.
Oh, yes.
And that means the media has to cover it in the correct way in order for and tell us the story and make us excited about it. Because if there's no story, nobody's going to watch the WNBA. It's just great basketball. So you have to have a story and want to see it. Like same thing with March Madness. Not a lot of people watch college basketball during the rest of the year, but when March Madness is crazy. So,
but let's talk. So my wife, she works in the university, right? So she works in collegiate athletes, and she was very bothered by the weight room situation because she has athletes and female athletes that was texting her that are down in the NCAAs and kind of seeing this stuff and giving her feedback. So she has like a real in on that, right? And what she was saying was, and what's different, what people need to understand is that this isn't just like Syracuse University athletics that's paying for this or the colleges that are paying for it. This is the NCAA. The NCAA has a plethora of money,
yes,
to be able to afford to be able to give the women and the men something of similar and equal within what they're doing, right? They
Absolutely.
just chose not to do that. It's just like the USA soccer and Olympics, right? Yes. Same thing, right? The women get paid like nothing. The men get like all this money. The women are way more.
Are you serious?
Successful. Oh yes, the men.
That is ridiculous.
Get paid a lot more than women do. What's up, Andre?
But again, when you talk about it, it's the entity of the USA soccer, right? There should not be that discrepancy because the money is supposed to be for that entity, right? Yes. So I get that. I totally understand that. But then when you talk about the WNBA and the NBA, it's two separate.
I have a question. I have a question about that there, Mr. Los. So if NCAA is all encompassing, how come the women basketball teams get more than all wrestling, all swimming? if it's all supposed to be by all one encompassing NCAA, what separates and why do certain sports get more than other sports versus men versus
generate
women?
more money than other sports?
But let's talk about. So wait. Let's. So I'm going to tell you. I'm going to give you.
Okay.
Because again, I got the inside scoop.
I know you do. That's why I asked you.
Men's basketball supports the women's basketball programs.
I understand that.
So in a college situation, right? So Syracuse University, the men's basketball support the women, right? There is no other entity that's bringing in money for wrestling or for all the other sports like that.
But they're all on the same NCAA scholarships. Are all on the same NCAA scholarships. They're all on the same and under the NCAA banner.
But football goes for everybody.
Football covers all of them, right?
Yes.
So So basketball covers itself, men's and women, and then football covers all the Olympic sports. The money there. So that's what I consider Olympic sports, right? So football covers all the Olympic sports and non-revenue sports. So again, that money is probably just what they have. You know, this group gets this much. So you have some people that are like partial scholarships or full scholarships. Some people that, you know, get a plane ride. Some people got to take a bus. Like, you mean, it's just that to me, I understand that because I just feel like if they're
bringing in more money, right?
Yeah.
So if one side, whether it's male or female, doesn't matter which sport it is, because I can guarantee you, the female volleyball teams and those good colleges bring in more money than the male wrestling teams. Should they get equal or unequal stuff? Because they bring in more money.
If the male volleyball team, like if there's a correlation, like
men and women, both sides.
Yeah. So it's like the volleyball will be bringing in money for the school, and the school would distribute, I guess, the rest of that money. But I couldn't tell you 100%.
So that was just the argument that I had on the backside of this devil's advocate, because that's how I like to play it. I know he don't need to be advocated for nothing, but I like to poke the bear. Why do those smaller sports don't get anywhere near the same thing? Because they don't generate the same amount of money. So if that's okay between the sports, why is that not okay between the genders? Again, I'm not saying that's fair. I'm just pointing it out. If one sport gets more money because they bring in more money, why should the men split the money, or the men and women be equal when one brings in more than the other? Just the point.
Yes. I think it probably costs more money to run a basketball program than it probably costs to run a wrestling program. I think it may cost more money to run a volleyball program than it does field hockey. It may cost more money to run field hockey than it does cost for wrestling. I can't tell you that. I don't know. But that's just my thing. I feel that in some of these sports there is a higher cost to produce the sport and have the athletes be in the sports as well. It could be the numbers of athletes and all that type of stuff as well.
Also, how much money honestly, it comes down to how much they're generating for the school, because the school 100%. Is the one who turns around and says, you generated all this money for us, but we're going to keep 70% of it, and then we'll get the other 30% to the rest of you guys and deal with y'all stuff. Well, 20%, we'll get the other one 7% or something like that, and just keep the rest of the money. So I look at it like that. But yeah, people, just to reset everything real quick. We just got finished doing CTE episode 94. And we talked about a lot of stuff. We did our VFT 7 predictions. We even announced a new fight that is happening on the VFT 7. We also got into, for like 30 minutes, about the pay discrepancy in sport karate. So that's what led to this whole conversation right here. But we got into that. And we talked about this past weekend, Tournament of Champions and Redlands, and there was another tournament, wasn't there? In
Mexico.
Yeah, we talked about all of those. So, hey, Terry.
What's up,
yeah,
buddy?
so we talked about all that stuff and it comes out at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, episode 94. Let me go ahead and put that up so y'all can see stuff.
94.
Yeah, man, we got 6. What should we do for our 100th episode? To be honest with you, we got 6 more episodes before we got our 100th episode. What should we do for that episode? I got a couple ideas. I may bring some people on, but let's go to like Barbados and shoot that episode from Barbados.
I'm down.
I'm in. I got a passport.
I got a passport.
Yeah.
I'll get my passport ready, man.
He said, "I'll get one for that."
Listen, expedite it now because we got
exactly.
Kyle said giveaways. He wants some swag bags. Yeah.
All right. We got the funny thing is we actually got some stuff created. My brother actually shipped it finally. It's coming up this week, so people will be getting certain things soon. For loyal listeners of the show.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You haven't joined our team yet. 2 of our most loyal listeners is on the team.
Actually, 2 of our most loyal listeners have joined the team. Yeah, they're on the team now. All right. And what's Alex saying? It's funny how the NCAA says that the men's football programs fund all other sports off of the athletes, but they don't want to compensate the athletes. Play for now, pay. Okay. Yeah. All right, Terry, Kyle. Oh, we got the Floyds in here. Yeah, we made some predictions. So y'all might want to listen to that tomorrow morning. Just letting you know that.
You might like it, you might not, but you should definitely listen.
That's true. Yeah. All right. What else we got? We got anything else? We can get out of here, man. Because I know Los. Look at Los' eyes, man. His eyes are basically closed.
It's been a long day.
I'm on the other side of it, brother. Listen, man. It's been a long day, man. I stayed. You know what? You know what the problem is, though. I binge watched last night. Man.
Oh. Wow.
Well, then.
I'm not surprised by that either.
Not at all.
We talked about what it would take to equal that. So
yeah, we got into that about what it costs for them to pay it out. And technically, if you're well, I'll let y'all listen to that. We broke it down about how much it costs for somebody to give away $1,000 just for them to break even. So we got into that. What's Jim saying? What about karate tournaments paying men more than women? The majority of revenue brought into a tournament comes from underbelt kids doing 5 to 6 divisions, not adults competing in one event. We get into that
100%. That
was a big topic that we were discussing on there, and the podcast comes out tomorrow morning.
So, Jim, we're not going to get into it right now. You got to watch it. Get the podcast at 8 a.m. tomorrow because we did discuss that
in Spotify,
iTunes,
Google Play, iHeartRadio.
Like we went in depth on that for a long time.
About 30 minutes into it, describing all different things.
30 minutes going through all the scenarios.
Yeah,
both sides of the argument, both sides of the coin. So.
Yeah, we break it down. So, we talked about a lot of stuff because. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff that we got into because one of the things that we wanted to talk about was just because they give away $1,000 don't mean a lot of people gonna show up.
Nope.
So the question is,
what's the motivator?
What's the motivator? What's the motivation for people? What's up, Julio? What's the motivation for to getting people out and to give that amount of money out? So we got into a lot of stuff. We went down a long rabbit hole.
I gave you mine. Like,
yeah, you did. You did. So, but that's all tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Make sure you listen to it. We can let Los get out of here because his eyes are just dead right now. I'm trying to go to sleep.
Listen, and just in case anybody was wondering, the Virtual Fight Tour 7 starts at 6 p.m.
Yes, I was told wrong by Los was announcing it wrong all day. It's at 6 o'clock. Virtual Fight Tour 7.
Just so everybody knows.
March 27th, this Saturday, 6 o'clock. Go to vftv.myubensex.com.
It's gonna be a lot of good fights, man. It's gonna be good.
Yes, a lot good fights. Julio, who's in the comments here, he's fighting. He's got El Java.
Yes,
customer support and personal relationships bring more people in than cash does. Not going to comment on that because you got to listen to us when we talk about it. But that might have been a conversation we had. So,
listen, they definitely trying to pull out our trying to make us pull out some of the conversation right now. That's not happening.
Not going to happen. Go Justice Floyd, VFT 7.
Yeah, we talked about Justice being young, man.
Yeah,
and him being on the card.
That's right. We talked about him. We talked about. We made our predictions. We made our
New
predictions.
New York.
Let y'all know. All right, well, let's get out of here, man. We'll see everybody on Saturday. Make sure y'all listen to us in the morning. If y'all got any problems with what we said, you can.
You don't know what I binge watched?
Huh?
You don't know what I binge watched?
What did you binge watch?
I'm not gonna tell you. I'm about to leave right now. I'm about to go.
Oh, this dude here, man. Come on.
No, the problem is WandaVision. No, you know what it is? It's the
freaking March Madness.
It's the freaking next episode. Like it's like that next episode thing where like a little thing be going across. It's like slide it. And I'm like, just go.
Gotta click it.
Did you binge watch WandaVision?
No, not yet.
That's what I watched last night. I binge watched WandaVision.
How'd you like it?
I watched a show called Last Kingdom.
It seems as though it's a setup. If people haven't watched it yet, it's a setting up for a bigger picture as everything plays out. I liked it. I enjoyed it though.
What did you watch?
It was called Last Kingdom.
Oh, Last Kingdom. Yeah.
Yeah. I just started
getting Netflix.
Yeah. I don't know. It's one of the ones I was like, you know how you see it and you kind of scroll. And it's like, all right, I want to watch something. So I was like, all right, let me just click this. And then here I am, 6 episodes. It's like, ugh. And I started at like, I don't know what, 10:30. It's a wrap.
So those at 4:30 in the morning, like, man, I got camp in a couple of hours.
my wife be leaving for work at like 5:30. So I gotta go to bed before she get up.
Jeez. I did watch Lupin. I can't wait to the second part.
I watched that. Yeah, Lupin was good. Yeah, that was good.
Lupin was good. Yeah, I was getting tired of reading subtitles, but I did like it. But
that subtitle. You don't like subtitles?
No, not really.
I get used to them now, man. Like it don't bother me.
No, it wasn't the subtitles. They had it dubbed.
Anime has put me. Oh no,
they had it dubbed for English. That's what it was. They had it.
I'd rather subtitles than dub. No,
it's so weird. It was so weird. That's what was throwing me off. It wasn't the subtitles. It was the dubbing that I was like, wait, okay, speaking French. Okay, I got it. Whatever. But
Chinese kung fu movies.
Yeah,
kung fu is not as strong as mine.
So Last Kingdom, right?
Yeah. Last Kingdom is good.
Yeah,
I'm gonna check it out. I'm checking it out because I started rewatching Daredevil today, and I was like, this is good. I hope they bring it back.
Yeah, Daredevil was good. All those Marvels was pretty good, man. I'm sorry, surprised that they haven't brought any of them back.
They now that they have the licenses,
they have the licensing and they're talking about bringing Punisher back.
Daredevil, yeah, they're bringing him back. They said that Daredevil's going to be in the new Spider-Man. He's going to be in that.
Yep.
So it should be interesting to see if that. I think if they're going to bring, I think they should bring a Punisher, Daredevil, and I think they're going to bring Jessica Jones back. I don't know about Luke Cage and I didn't really get into it, but I've heard a lot of people really like that show.
People did like it.
I mean, it was okay, but it's just I
like one of Luke Cage better than all of Jessica Jones.
Yeah, but
I did not like Iron Fist. No, that was not good for me.
You didn't like Iron Fist?
No, I like Iron Fist.
I'm such a fan of the comics. Not at all. I had no love for that show.
See, my thing with our things. What are they talking about?
They Punisher, Punisher, Luke Cage. They know.
I haven't watched
Money Heist. I still haven't watched that. Yeah, I haven't watched
Money Heist. Yeah, you gotta watch that one.
Punisher, Daredevil, and Punisher were great. Luke Cage. See, my only issue with Luke Cage is they killed the best person in the first season. The first 6 episodes, Mahara, I can't remember saying his name. Mahershala Ali. There we go. And he was the villain in Luke Cage the first 6 episodes, and it was great to me. And then they killed him, and I was like, oh. Yeah, it just wasn't the same. It just wasn't the same.
That's why I said first season of Luke Cage was fantastic. Yeah, second season was okay.
Yeah, and it was all right. I'll just leave it at that. But I like
a little saying fell forward or something like that. Or was it, he had like a little saying that he would say, right? What was his little thing? Don't fall backwards, or I forget what. I'm gonna have to go watch it now.
Merry Christmas or something like that. Didn't you say Merry Christmas in there? He was always talking about getting.
What time? I gotta go.
Oh, it's 19 minutes. Yeah. All right, let's gotta get out of here.
I gotta go. I can't do this. I gotta go. I love y'all. I thank y'all.
We'll see y'all. New episode, man. He went long, so yes, Los is tired. He got no eyes. Right?
I gotta go.
We'll see y'all later.
All right, y'all. We out. Peace.